All right, y'all. I've got a crazy one for you tonight. It's got a lot of wild twists and turns. It checks just about every paranormal box there is, and it's completely true. It's totally ongoing, and I'd actually hope to have a resolution to this before I shared the story, but I believe it's important enough to try to seek some outside help for this person. It's pretty severe, so let's get into it. It started about a year ago in London, of all places. This person had got in a relationship with someone from Britain and traveled there to meet them, and that's basically when it started. This person claimed to be a shaman, despite like a Native American shaman, like despite never having set foot on American soil and having no Native American or indigenous history, like ancestry. They claim to be a shaman. So this person obviously took it with a grain of salt. Uh, but unfortunately, that relationship ended on a sour note. It did not work out. So several months down the road, this person got into a relationship with someone else. And on the very first night is when things started happening. The very first date, they woke up to a shadowy, long black hand with long fingers and claw fingernails, kind of creeping down the hallway and wrapping itself around the door frame, the archway there. Now, fast forward a little bit more down the road, and they, have been dating for a minute. They take a trip to Atlanta, and that's when the real stuff started happening. The manifestations really started escalating. There were knocks on the door. They were copycats, if y'all know what I mean. They were hearing familial voices or each other's voices when they knew that they were not there. Uh, Voices telling them to, presenting themselves as family or loved ones and asking to be let in, knocking on the door. So I think y'all know what direction this is headed. I don't have to spell it out for you. Uh, and then objects were falling in the home, flying off shelves uh, with no real rational explanation for it, no reason for it to happen. Uh, Also, this person started getting intrusive thoughts. This thing started presenting itself as Hecate, which, if y'all are not familiar, that is a powerful Greek goddess. Now, a lot of times, entities will use trickery and try to present themselves as something benevolent or your friend, even something that may be powerful that can help you. Like you'll think, this is an ally that I need on my team. So this thing started presenting itself as Hecate, and there were a lot of signs just related with that particular goddess. Well, here's the rub. Here's where it gets really interesting because this person was living out of state in another southern state, but they moved here to East Tennessee. We'll say the Knoxville area is close enough, but they live very close to the Cherokee National Forest. And if y'all know anything about East Tennessee or the Cherokee National Forest, it has a ton of history and a ton of folklore associated with it. Well, while they were driving through Cherokee National Forest, they saw a humanoid figure, except it was solid white, and it was just crossing the road casually. And we're talking about midnight, 1 in the morning. This person was driving through the Cherokee National Forest, and they saw this humanoid, but very bright, uh, pasty white, just strolling through the forest, crossing the road, and headed up into the mountains. Uh, Anyway, they also began to see this entity in their home, and it was at first in dreams, but then it manifested when they woke up. Like one time they woke up and the thing was sitting facing away from them, making these god awful, like slurping, eating noises. Uh, and a couple of weeks down the road, they heard someone eating fried chicken, and it was the exact same noise when you're trying to get the last little bit of meat off the bone. Any fried chicken fans out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. Those noises. Well, that it clicked then, and they were able to check off that box and know that's what the sound they were hearing. Uh, and what's really wild is that another creator friend of mine, a good creator friend of mine, had such a similar story, and it happened in another national park, uh, down to the description and the noises, the awful eating noises. Uh, it seems like these things have a voracious appetite. Well, any of y'all that know the history of Cherokee National Forest know about the Moon-Eyed People. Now, the Moon-Eyed People have always been depicted as very pale. Some people say albino now, and that they were a real race of human people that predated even the Cherokee coming here. So actually, they would have been the real indigenous people. All right, I told you this story had a lot of twists and turns in it. Well, anyway, this entity had its back turned to them when it was making those slurping, eating noises, but it's also manifested and had these really piercing blue eyes. They said if you told them it was LEDs, that they were that blue. Well, the Moon-Eyed People have also been always depicted as having white or blue eyes, and also very striking. But there's a very popular narrative that the Moon-Eyed People were not human. There's a couple of narratives, but one of them is they were kind of a humanoid race, but they were always depicted as very nefarious and evil, and the Cherokee had to overthrow them. That part they can all agree on. You can watch all kinds of documentaries, a whole rabbit hole to go down. But I am not convinced that that's what this is at all. It keeps presenting itself as something different every time, but like I said, there's very intrusive thoughts. The last time this person was going through Cherokee National Forest, they started having malfunctions of their vehicle just out of the blue, where it had never done this before. Uh, this person needs help, y'all, and it is. I've read paranormal stories and read countless books on the subject, even paranormal adjacent things I've studied just to try to gain more insight. I've been fascinated with the paranormal since I was a kid, and I'm a big nerd and I like to read. So I've also read thousands of stories on Reddit about thousands of different experiences, but I'm kind of at a loss here. And what I'm saying is this person needs your help. Whatever it is, it's definitely malevolent. It definitely thrives off of lower vibrational stuff. Uh, anything that has to fool you or trick you into thinking it's your friend is not your friend. And, it seems to be escalating in power. Things seem to be escalating. And I really just wanted to reach out, see if any of y'all have similar experiences or any ideas on what this particular thing could be, because I would really like to help out my friend here. Like I said, that's why I'm going ahead and releasing this video now. I mean, it is a crazy story, but I really want to help them at the end of this. So if anybody has any tips or insight on this, I'd really love to hear it. So thank you guys for watching, and keep Appalachia haunted, y'all.